Merry Meet Witches, Graybeard Crowfather here. I hope you all had a blessed Yule and a good New Year's. And if you did celebrate Christmas, I hope you had a good Christmas as well. I do apologize for the lack of videos over the last couple weeks with the holidays and everything going on. It was just a little bit too hard for me to make sure that I could get videos out on time and all the time. So I figured I'd just kind of do a few pop in here and there videos for the time being, and then once I get back to the normal schedule, that I would start doing the videos again. So here we are. I'm going to go over a couple things tonight. I do have a couple things to say. First and foremost, though, about a few things that I've been working with people on. And let's see, the first one is I've been getting asked by a few people to write spells to do, certain things for them, and write a spell for something that they're asking for in particular. I would like to say that first off, I don't have a problem with doing this. For someone that's new, that is, not sure of how way a spell or magic should go, I will, without a doubt, and helpfully write a spell for you. Um, First couple times, that's fine. I don't have a problem with it, but I do really highly suggest that once you start getting deeper and deeper into your practice, that you should be writing and performing your own spells. When you do them yourself, that personal spell that you're writing gives more power to it than if you go out and search for one on the internet or have somebody write one. I just know that it gives it more power for whatever intent that you're trying to create. Like I said, in the beginning, I don't have a problem with, writing something for somebody. So if you need one, ask. I will help you. I will kind of give you the basic outline of how something should go. So yeah, I don't mind. And when you do write your own spells and perform them, you can write them down on a sheet of paper and follow along if you wish. And if you're more the type that wants to memorize them, go right ahead, commit it to memory, and then create it. There is going to come a time when you're going to be performing a ritual or casting a spell that you're actually going to make a mistake. Don't worry about it. Just continue on and just go through it. It's not going to make that big of a difference. And for all intents and purposes, for all we know, maybe the goddess or the god actually, intended you to screw up. And this comes from personal experience. One time at a Maban ritual I was doing, I think 2 years ago, when our group was here, we just got finished with it. I was dismissing the quarters and then saying farewell to the lady and the Lord. Although, hi Annie, what came out of my mouth though is, we would like to thank the Lord and Larry for being here. And everybody looked at me and I'm like, what did I just say? And they're like, you said the Lord and Larry. And I just started laughing. Everybody started laughing. And I looked up at that point in time. I said, Goddess has a really weird sense of humor, causing that to come out of my mouth, even though I had Lord and Lady. So yeah, it's going to happen. Don't worry about it. What was the other thing that I was going to talk about? Oh yeah, I actually had a comment on one of the videos about how that they were enjoying this video series and that I am getting straight to the meat of the content and not trying to create that witchy aesthetic, which in my opinion, I don't really feel the need to make my videos all, flashy and have crazy intros or, music in the background. I prefer to just put substance over, flashiness. And I hope that everybody agrees with that, and that you are getting more information just out of me doing straight substance instead of, like they said, the witchy aesthetic. So for the commenter who told me that, and you know who you are, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so to the lessons. First, I'm going to go over one of the objects that you can put on your altar. It doesn't necessarily need to be there, but it is most commonly on somebody's altars when you have them set up, and that is the cup or chalice. Now, the cup actually symbolizes the goddess and is related to the element of water. Also, the cup is actually one of the suits of the tarot cards, so you may be familiar with it from there. Cups on your altar can be used for both physically or you know, ritually. You can use it to contain your water or whatever you know, beverage or liquid that you're going to be using during your ritual. You know, you can drink from it, or sometimes if you're not going to put like an actual liquid or whatever the case may be in here, you can actually use it as a vessel to contain energy for that ritual, and have that energy flow into that cup and use it in whatever particular, you know, spell or ritual that you're trying to use it for. It doesn't need to physically be filled. It can be ethereally, I guess is the best term for it, filled with that energy that you're using to manifest that spell or manifest in that ritual that you're creating. Cups, chalices are typically, when on the altar, placed on the left side, which is more commonly known as the goddess side of your altar. And as far as the particular type of cup or chalice that you have, you can get them made out of glass, brass, ceramic. This one is just, you know, brass. Nothing, you know, fancy schmancy. I use it when it's just myself and my wife, or just myself doing a ritual. When it's the circle that we have, I put it on there, but I don't really use it. So, you know, it's whatever material you prefer to have it out of. I have a list of you know, copper, glass, gold. If you can afford a gold chalice, hey, great, because that's a pretty expensive little item you would have on your you know, on your altar. Silver or bronze, etc. So that is the section about the cup or the chalice and what you would use it for. Now, the next item that I'm going to go over is not something that's generally found on an altar, but it can be. We keep ours on our altar only in the event that we're actually going to use it, and that is the mortar and pestle. I'm sure you may have seen one of these or pictures of these. If you go to a pharmacy, you know, you'll see the icon. It might, you know, it's something that's more commonly associated with an apothecary, you know. These mortar and pestles can be used in spell work to your advantage. Say you are creating a spell or during a ritual where you need to crush something. Say you want to crush up some lavender to be, you know, tossed into a fire in the cauldron or just in a bonfire. You can take your, you know, during your ritual, you can put your lavender in the pestle and ritually crush it up while chanting whatever it is that you're, oh my God, I can't hear it. Whatever it is that your, you know, intents are for that particular spell. This mortar, this pestle, this one actually has two sides to it. You got the large side for crushing, and then you can actually do fine crushing with that one. This one is just a single side, and you know, so yeah. And you can also use it, say for instance you have, you're not using maybe stick incense, you have like a rosin incense that you're gonna put on a burning piece of charcoal or in a brazier. You can take your rosin and put it in and crush it up, and then if you wish, symbolically pull it out and then sprinkle it on while, running through a spell or a prayer, as it may be. If you do get a mortar and pestle and you want to use one for, doing like the herbs and stuff, I would say get two separate, because you don't want to use one that you're going to be crushing herbs in and then decide, well, you wanted to actually crush some rosin up to put on the, like, charcoal for incense. It's going to get all nasty inside. So if you decide to go that route, I highly suggest two, one for one function and one for the other. These are fairly, cheap. They're not expensive. I think, I don't know, this one was $4 or $5. This one might have been 8 or 9, just because they were, different sizes. As far as the material of a mortar and pestle, I have seen metal ones. I have seen ceramic ones. These two, which seem to actually, work better at their job, are made out of sandstone, not crystal, not quartz, just sandstone. So you'll see a lot of them where they tend to be more of a sandstone type of material than anything. And you can find them in metaphysical shops. You can find them online. I know that a lot of people can't get out because they're under lockdown at this point, and you can find them on Amazon. I try to highly recommend, if you have a metaphysical store online that you prefer to support, buy one from there. They'd be more than happy to actually, have you help them out. And what was I going to say? The Etsy, that's what. I've seen them on Etsy as well, help to support, local artists and such. So, yeah, mortar and pestle, not necessarily on your altar, but can be used as a great tool on your altar when you're performing spells and rituals. So that's the meat of the lessons for tonight. I don't have anything else. It is Sunday night. I do plan on doing another video with some more substance on Wednesday night. Hopefully everybody is staying safe and healthy. We do have that light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm not gonna lie, I cannot wait to have the vaccine come around to my area, because as soon as they announce that they're going to be giving vaccinations to the public, I'm going to be in line. My wife is going to be in line. Everybody I know is going to be in line to get that vaccination, because this pandemic has been, pretty deadly. I've never been through anything like this in my lifetime before. 1918 was the other one that caused mass deaths at the time. I can't ever say I've ever seen anything like this in my 50 years of life on this planet. So, again, stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves as best as you can. All right, that's all I have for tonight. Everyone have a good evening. Graybeard Crowfather signing off. Until Wednesday, blessed be.